What's happening, everyone? Nicky Hawkins here, West Ham Fan TV, back once again with another video. And the morning after the game before, and it's tough to take, man. That's tough to take because even the stats back it up. We played well and we had the better of the game. But I've had a couple of discussions this morning with some people, and they've pointed some things out to me. We have to start winning games. I don't know whether the West Ham team know it. And listen, it was always going to be tough. I think that was their 9th win in the Premier League on the spin. Aston Villa, good side, good manager, built a really good side. And you've got to think they're in the title race. Beat Arsenal last week, last minute, who are probably the form team. Well, they are the form team in the country because, you know, they're top of the league. So, yeah, but it's the nature of the game and the nature of the goals that we give away. And listen, I know we was very fortunate to get the first. Well, it wasn't fortunate. It was good work and good pressing by Fernandes. And that was the most frustrating thing about that. We come out straight out the traps, had them on the ropes. The defender made a bad mistake. Fernandes coming, brilliant finish. 30 seconds, it was our fastest ever Premier League goal. And the ironic thing was at half-time in the ground, I don't know whether anybody knows this, but there was a question that said our fastest ever goal was 47 seconds, and he beat that. I mean, that has got to be, you know, the biggest coincidence ever. I mean, I've never heard that question before in my life, and it was half-time, and we beat it on the day. Come out, then we conceded an equaliser. Listen, very unfortunate. It was a good finish, a good pressure to you know. I think it got put as an own goal. Then we get 2-1 up, and then you get to half time, and you think to yourself, right, we're in a good position here. I thought we were the better side. Good position here, playing well. You know, there's some players that didn't perform brilliantly yesterday, but I thought some people excelled. I thought Bowen was fantastic yesterday. And we come back out, and the thing you don't want to do in the second half is concede early. And the goal comes. I've had enough of Lucas Paqueta. The last game against Liverpool let everybody down by arguing himself into a red card. Get beat by Liverpool, who, you know, haven't been in great form. Villa have been in great form. And it was, you know, it showed real fighting spirit. Fucking about with the ball. And I hate to say this, it is, you know, I think the fan cam that I did yesterday with Tony, it was spot on. He's not up for the fight. He don't want to fight. He's a very pretty player. He's a very beautiful footballer. And if he was playing for Man City like he should have been, he would be brilliant. But he is not what we need right now. We don't need players that are costing us goals and costing us games. And I'm afraid he is. And I've got to say this, I think we're a lot better team without him. I really do. I really think we're a lot better team without him for what we need right now. And it's not someone that is, I would say, a luxury player. And then we press. And listen, this is not sour grapes and what. I thought the referee had a shocker. I thought first half he was all right, but the fouls he was calling up for and the fouls he was letting go was very inconsistent. And I've got to say this as well. And I spoke about this on the way home yesterday. I think it was our second goal with Bowen. We put the ball in the back of the net. We're waiting for an offside check. It comes up on the screen. The offside check we was waiting for was Diouf, and that was when the ball went out to the left, and he crossed it in. Right now, last week against Brighton, yeah, we was waiting for a VAR check on a handball. Right, a handball and a high foot. The high foot was dismissed. The handball was dismissed as a different phase of play. Right. Now, the one out to Diouf was, if the handball is counted as a different phase of play, the one out to Diouf was counted as a different game. And that, for me, And it's not really a complaint against VAR, but VAR don't get it. But that, for me, is the difference between, why VAR could be good and why VAR is terrible. The inconsistencies are so bad, offside or offside, regardless, right? They've got automated systems in place now. Put them in, take the linesman away. The linesman don't do nothing. The linesman yesterday saw so many fouls in front of him and things like that, but he did not flag once, right? How is a handball 5 seconds before the ball gets put in the net by a different player, different phase of play from an offside that wasn't called 5-6 passes ago? How is that not counted as a different phase of play? I don't understand it. And I think there's a lot of things that don't understand, a lot of people that don't understand it. But regardless, right, we got given the goal. That's just a little gripe I've got. Paqueta, as I said, not for me. I don't need him in this fight. I think we should sell him in January and try and get some, bleed in the likes of Earthy. Potts, Fernandez has been a revelation. Magassa played okay. I thought Wan-Bissaka was poor yesterday, but, he's been decent. People questioning Areola's positioning. Areola's saved us in the past few games. I'm not going to ever go at him about Morgan Rogers' goal. I haven't even seen Morgan Rogers' second goal back yet. But we played well, and that's the frustrating thing. But the reality is this. We can't keep on playing well. We need to start winning games. We do. Nuno's got to take some criticism again. As I said before, I'm not going to go too hard on Nuno, because it's it's one of them things where I think that he's still waiting to get certain things in place so he can play the way he wants to play. But he dwindled too much on the substitutions, and that was the difference yesterday. They had players to bring off the bench, and the players that they wanted to bring off the bench were done at the right times. And the ones that we done were not at the right times. We was waiting. Callum Wilson, we went 3-2 up. I mean, a Rizzler paper difference about whether it was offside or onside. It's offside, given offside, perfect, okay, no worries at all. But then you've got a strike. We was on top then. And then as soon as they got their goal, and this is it dropped everyone. It dropped everyone. Everyone's heads dropped, and they just thought they was defeated. And we cannot afford to go into games. We need to fight tooth and nail to get all the points. And once you go 3-2 down, when you're on top, it just looked, everyone's deflated. You cannot go in with that attitude last 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You got to press. Leeds didn't win, which is only 3 points adrift, but there is a big gap now. Listen, I'm not going to put too much onus on this week, because obviously Man City is a tough game, but the 3-4 games after that are key, and we've got to find a way not only to get the performances, but get the results. Performances probably don't matter. It's the results we need. But it's frustrating. I'm proud of the way they played yesterday, some of them. It's just, you're coming up against the wrong team at the wrong time. And I think most of the season we've come up against the wrong teams at the wrong time. The ones that we've been beaten by, the likes of Tottenham. Look at them now. Maya. And we come up against them when there was, but we have to find some points. But there we go. I'm not too downbeat this week. I'm just about to go and film a few things in here. But guys, keep the faith. I know it's frustrating, but we'll see where we are after Christmas. But thanks very much. One thing left to say. Come on, you irons.